Hello, everyone, and welcome to the finals of the Midsummer Cup. Today will be our final matchup. It will be Black Opal against Dreamland. My name is Elaine. I will be one of your commentators along here with Emma.
Hello, guys.
Emma, Emma, you were meant to say something else.
Well, I'm very excited for this matchup. Like, that's gonna be so exciting. I'm
How
so
cool?
happy. I'm so happy, like, to see the bands, the fakes, the hunters, the survivors, the gameplays.
Yeah,
I'm so
but also it's a bit upsetting that this is gonna be unfortunately our last time we meet here in the Midsummer.
yeah.
But
It's a
I
fun.
think who will become the winner of this tournament here. Both of the teams are pretty strong getting here to the finals. So it will be surely an interesting one to watch here. Okay, Emma, how about you introduce us to what do we have so far? Which survivors do we have first, or which map will we be playing on?
All right. So as we have the teams getting ready, the map is gonna be Moon River, is it?
Mm-hmm. And who will be our survivors now?
The survivors are.
This is my commentator, bro. Allow me to help you, Emma. We are gonna firstly see Dreamland survivors versus Black Opal Hunter here on the Moonlit River Park. We have seen the maps being banned, which would be Race Course and Golden Cave. So it's gonna be the first time we see the funky maps being banned round one, which could be possible that it's gonna be to counter the Mad Eyes here from the Dreamland in the second half. Emma, are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Of course, I am.
Why are you not replying to me?
I'm sorry.
Guys, your second commentator hates me. Like Emma just hates me. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine, Emma. It's fine.
I love you, Elaine. I love you so much.
I'm here introducing us to the entire matchup, and Emma is just sitting in silence, completely saying nothing.
Well, you're doing such a good job. So
How about you help me out to make it easier, huh?
nah, too easy.
Right. Just say you hate me.
I mean, you already know it. Anyways.
Okay, we're gonna be heading into bat and pick phase here. So I think our lovely second commentator here, Emma, can introduce us to this.
Alright. It's like we have a first ban, which seems to be Gravekeeper. Alright. And Lanternist as well. Alright. That seems interesting. I'm so excited to see the enter. Alright, who's gonna be the first pick? For the survivor side.
Lanternist here.
First officer. Wow. First officer means here we go. Your fire is here.
First officer is a pretty strong rescuer here with his watch, where he can guarantee a rescue to pretty many hunters here, as if not every single one. As well as we're gonna see a lawyer pick in here. We're gonna avoid these terror shocks like Emma does in rank. Anyways.
Oh, lawyer as well. Interesting.
And we are gonna see another band being Priestess here. Pretty normal band here for the Moonlits with Priestess Portal, which can be really annoying here.
She's really
yeah, it's really no surprise she's getting banned. And we are gonna see a toy merchant pick from what I see here. No, it's not confirmed yet. Yep,
That is
toy
also
merchant.
a very interesting character since she can fly around. Very high points on this map, which is pretty good for her.
As well as she has some of very lovely catapult spots to assist her teammates, or
Hmm.
even for herself. Where I'm pretty sure she has one of the catapults where she can set it on the second stop and fly into the haunted house.
Hmm. Oh, last one is Enchantress. Ooh, uninteresting characters, really strong characters as well.
I'm
Then we are picking Lucky Guys in. So we have on the survivor side first officer, lawyer, toy merchant, and lucky guy. And as for the bands, on for the other side is gonna be gravekeeper, lanternist, priestess, and enchantress. Now we have to see who the hunter is gonna be.
based on the survivor lineup, it's pretty hard to tell who could be the possible hunter here, to be fair. Even if you look on the bands, it's also hard to tell. Pretty much these are, I would say, meta or very strong survivors. For example, Gravekeeper, Lanternist, or Priestess being one of the most seen bands, even in rank. Enchantress can be some kind of hint that it could be a hunter who struggles with the small stunts, for example, Soul Weaver, or someone who does deals chip damage, for example, Sculptor, Queen Bee, since this will mean the first chase will be very annoying if Enchantress happens to be the first chase. But at the same time, I'm not sure if this is the survivor lineup that they're preparing to counter some specific hunter, or never mind, we're gonna see Cubist.
Quest on this map is really good. It's a really strong hunter on this map. It can go all around so fast. Oh, this
Yes,
is exciting.
yes, Cubist is a great hunter for the map pressure. Even with big maps, he can successfully lock one, for example, one part of the map. So the survivors really need to be careful here to not get cipher locked. Since,
Mhm.
as I said, even if the map is big, with Qist, you are really able to cipher lock them very fast.
Exactly. My duo commentator is so good.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so how about you tell us some more about the builds here?
Oh, the builds are interesting. So we seem to have two tides. Very good combo. A lawyer and lucky guy on flywheel. Okay. Okay. This is very strong because the main rescuer can rescue, and we have a second one to make sure to usher one rescue at least. And that is very good.
The
Uh,
Qs is going to spawn here between the fourth stop and the haunted house. Pretty standard spawn here for the hunter. And I think his first chase might be the toy merchant here, with his ability to be very easily to capable to catch up here. Also the speed boost when he gets out of his ball form. But also it could be possible for him to go for Lucky Guy since he doesn't have that many items in the start. But what do you think, Emma? Who could be the possible first chase here?
If I'm thinking about the logic with this one, I don't think the hunter was expecting to see any of those characters. But I think he's gonna go for the first officer as is the main rescuer and the most dangerous, I'm guessing. But it could also be going for time machine, which can escape pretty easily with the catapults and the fact that she can fly. But
Mm-hmm.
character, and I think she could be good to immediately at the start with how many items she can give.
Yes, now we are getting into the game, so we will shortly see who will be that first chase. After all, Q is still a very strong hunter, so I'm curious how will this game be played out. And we are seeing the QS limited skin here, a very beautiful one. And it seems like we are actually heading towards the haunted house, but it seems like Toy Merchant already knows as she is going upstairs here, possibly preparing here to glide.
Hmm. Maybe it seems like we are not going on to emotion, but instead on
It seems what
lucky.
lawyer, however, lawyer has already rotated out. Oh, never mind. We are actually gonna go back to haunted house to try and go for toy merchant here. Toy merchant already knows, and she is already gliding here. It seems
She is.
like Qist is a bit lost with his first chase here, or to find someone.
Oh, we see trails, but we are ignoring them to go on the boat. Bodies for chase? Why not?
I would assume it's to get rid of any excess decoding here, since after all, even with Q's locking cipher ability, we still want to avoid being cipher rushed, especially early into the game, where you really need to pressure the rescuers and the first kite. We're back at the haunted house, but nobody is here. We still get the tinnitus here, but it's kind of going on and off.
Yes. Oh, we found the way. We found
I
the
still am
way officially. Oh, I have got another phone.
um,
Emma's lagging.
Emma's coming from the outer space, so we're gonna be using lawyer here now. We're gonna be our kidnap ball here to
It's
get
me,
the
it's
first
me. I
kill.
have bad
We
internet.
still have the blink. Is that okay? I cannot tell if it's my internet or Emma's, but we apologize for a bit of silence. Discord is acting up here, so
It
we're
was
having
mine,
a
you're
bit of
back.
technical issues. Ah, okay, okay.
All
Okay,
right, this
so
was
lawyer.
acting up.
Yeah, Discord has some technical issues. I couldn't hear Emma, I couldn't hear anything. The entire app crashed, so we apologize for the silence. But we have already seen Lawyer getting rescued here by the first officer. Both of them are injured. And a beautiful gun here from the lucky guy to help Lawyer get some more distance here.
Good support. One side is used. The ciphers are looking good. Lawyer's
We're
fish.
still chasing. Yeah, we're still chasing the lawyer here in the ruins of the haunted house here. We are getting kidnapped by the ball, and this is gonna be lawyer's second chair here. And it seems like Toy Merchant is possibly setting up for the rescue already, or not. I think she's running away, but I cannot tell.
Alright, we push the cipher and we are going to try to stop Dimension from going. We come back to see if Loki was doing the back rescue, but it doesn't. Trying to lock the cipher to stop the progress, throwing an item, fading. Oh, okay, the rescue is done.
If we look at the ciphers, one of their ciphers is almost popped, as it is almost 80%. They do not have the last cipher yet, but QS has to play it really carefully to get as many kills as possible this game, especially with the fact that maybe we are gonna get lawyer down here. No, not quite yet. But I think now on this palette there's beautiful one here from the lawyer, beautifully played. So it's a very dangerous area here with the short pallets.
Alright, last cipher is started. Actually, two of them are started. Okay, we get lawyer. Lawyer gets down. Maybe a chair. Lawyer may be dead.
Yes, lawyer will be getting chaired here and he will be sent back to the manor here. We still have 3 survivors alive, the highest ciphers just being decoded by the half. So I do wonder how the Kiwis will play it out here. Will he play it a bit more aggressively and bleed out, for example? Or will he focus on locking down the ciphers? It seems like it can be both, since we are locking down the toy merchant cipher here, I see. Or no, we are actually gonna commit to chasing her.
We won the toy merchant dead, I see. Alright, we're catching up. She is going down. The Cypher is already almost primed.
It seems like we are gonna see Lucky Guy head out for the rescue here then, since first officer is injured. However, they're having two ciphers being primed, so first officer cipher is almost primed since the cipher that is currently primed was Lucky Guy's cipher, but he is already here for the rescue. He has a pocket watch and elbow pads to work with here. Yeah, we get the rescue up here. The cipher is primed, so this could be a possible tie if you ask me. What do you think, Emma?
I do think it could be a tie. Maybe even if the Q's plays well, but I think it's gonna be rough. Because we are against Toy Merchant. Can we catch up? Oh, failed Blink. Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunate. And the Toy Merchant will be... No, we are waiting for the cue ball here. She is unable to take the coaster here. And we are... Oh, unfortunate. She got on the second hit chair here and couldn't go with the coaster, unfortunately. But the gate is almost open here. Yeah, it's open as we speak now. So this will be a lovely tie here for both sides.
Very good
well played.
Very good gameplays. It was very interesting.
I think the only problem was the fact that QS got a bit lost on the start to find the first chase, but it was very beautifully played here from both sides. The miss blink was very unfortunate. That would happen to me in rank, actually. Happens to the best of us. But both very well played by both sides to stop the rescues, to pressure ciphers, to get the rescue done, to kite here, to rebound. Very beautifully played by both sides.
I'm very proud of the teams.
How so? What was your favorite part of the match then?
I think it was... I really like to see the chase. It was very interesting to see how the survivors and the hunter was trying to predict the other one. I think it was very interesting, and like we could see the abilities and the decision the survivors or the hunter made. I think it's a bit unfortunate that the first chase was so delayed because the hunter was lost, but it happens to everyone. It's alright.
Emma, can you become a spectator perchance? We are not playing here.
Yes, I can.
Emma has decided to become one of the players at this point, to become one of the Black Opal survivors. You didn't tell me you're switching factions, Emma.
No, I wouldn't dare to leave you.
Well, now we're gonna see Black Opal survivors versus Dreamland Hunter here. And we already know that Dreamland has Nico here, which is a very well-known Mad Ice player. So is it possible that we are gonna see a Mad Ice here in the first round?
Mad Ice gameplay on Moon River? I want to see that.
I mean, it could be possible. Technically, if you are good with the character and you're comfortable with them, you know their spots, you can pretty much do everything on them on every single map. All you need is some good practice. But also, I'm wondering what kind of hunter, yeah, not hunter. It made me think. Island survivors. What kind of survivors will we get today? I mean, looking at some of the players, I think there's a possibility we can see. We could see maybe Lanternus. We could see Prisoner. We could see, I think possibly Archer. If I'm looking just at the names of the survivors, but we will never know until we get into the ban and pick selection. But do you have any predictions on who can we see in this match here, Emma?
I don't have any idea, and I'm waiting to be surprised. I cannot wait to see the picks and bans of everyone and the comps. This is gonna be so good.
It will be. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mad Eyes here. I think both on the Sacred Heart Hospital and on Moonlit, there's some good spots. where Mad can just lock in a survivor and completely bleed them out. Like,
Yeah.
trap them like between two walls and the wall that he can make.
Mm,
So this
especially
one,
with the of walls from the updates.
I think I'm not sure.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Look, if I'm gonna see a Mad I kind of feel bad whenever I go against Mad I'm kind of crying. Like, what do you mean he suddenly has 3,000 walls and he's putting them all in front of me and I'm locked in a cage and I cannot do anything?
Yes, Mada's player are so terrifying with the gameplays.
Yeah, Mad is a very difficult but a horrifying character if you master him.
Exactly. Once it's mastered, you're unstoppable.
We are heading once again into the ban and pick selection here. Our first two survivor bans from the BL Hunter will be Priestess and Doctor. Pretty standard bans, but also Doctor ban could be a meta since after all Doctor can heal all the chips here.
Yes. As the survivors selected for the survivor side, we're gonna see Widely. Alright, for the first one chosen. And who is gonna be our number 2 novelist? Novelist gameplay.
I think
Amazing.
I think the survivors might be preparing here for that Mad Wilding can technically use his board to vault over the Mad walls here. Novelist can use his book to get out of it, if that's possible, since after all, Novelist has to look at the Hunter to be able to swap the positions. But he can also technically get the Mad off of the console here. Our third survivor ban here will be Meteorologist, which is could be also a Mad counter, I would say, with her Cloud and her Rain ability.
Yes, and for the third survivor picks, we got Lanternist, which is a counter of Madais as well. As she can use the freeze frame to just leave and delay the damage done by defense.
Yes, or to delay it, or to even completely cancel it out if her teammate or she herself has a flywheel, which will be a very helpful thing here if this is actually gonna be a Mad But also, Lanternist is an amazing survivor for many team compositions to even buy some few extra seconds for the chair, to speed up the encoding here, or to basically help her out kiting, for example with the pallet trick where she uses the freeze frame on herself, hides behind the pallet, and gets a free pallet stun. But our fourth survivor here will be a gardener. So I think it's possible that we are gonna see maybe tied gardener here. But I'm not sure what builds could we see here.
I cannot wait to see. So, as a recap for the bands from the underside, we got Priestess, Doctor, Meteorologist, and Enchantress. And for the survivor picks, we got Wildling, Novelist, Lanternist, and Gardener.
I would say that this is a pretty strong survivor comp here, especially if they're preparing for that Mad here. We really want to be prepared to face him. Gardener can use her bubble to get out from one of the fences or just to tank them to prime her bubble. Since as we know, if Gardener is going to start recalling her bubble and she gets hit, that progress will not be deleted, it will just stay there so she can prime the bubble, it can be helpful for the rescues, to get out of the cage, and much more. Lanternist can freeze frame both defenses, she can help out her teammates if they're locked in defenses, she can help out herself to kite, so she's overall a very strong survivor here. Novelist is also very strong here, and we see that Mad as I was about to say, Novelist can use his book to get out of the cage, and we are gonna see that Mad here.
We did see on Mad Oh.
The grandpa is on his way to play
Now,
the game.
watch out, be careful.
But I do wonder how will this be played out. This team composition is very strong against him. So there is a possibility that Madais may struggle with these survivors, but also maybe I'm gonna be surprised since after all, if you're good with your character, you're gonna be able to win against anyone in any case scenario, even if there are many counters.
Hmm. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out.
When we look at the builds, we are gonna see pretty standard builds here for the survivors. We're going to see Flywheel and Borrowed Time both on Lanternist and on Gardener. We're going to also see Borrowed Time and Tide on Wilding, as well as Flywheel and Tide on Novelist. So we are going to have this double tide here in the theme, and everyone except Wilding, unfortunately, will have that flywheel for the lanternist to get out of the cage if it will be necessary.
We also see a very interesting spawn forward.
Yeah, this is surely not something that you see in your rank matches, for example.
Yes.
Gardener is going to spawn between the 4-stop and the circus. Lanternist is going to spawn in the middle. Wilding is going to spawn right next to Lanternus, I believe on the 2nd stop, and Novelist will be on the Haunted House, with Madais being right next to Novelist. So possible first chase could be, I would say, Gardener. Lanternus can be a very difficult first chase here for any counter, especially I would say Madais. And Novelist is in a very difficult position here in the Haunted House. And Wilding can just hop on the board and get away. So I think the easiest chase here would be Gardener. But what do you think, Emma?
I do think so. Madais can just pop the bubble and just chase her around. So I think, in my opinion, if I was the Madais, I could be going on the Gardener. But we know that the hunter is Nico, and I'm really hoping to be surprised by the first chase.
Well, it looks like we are both betting on Gardener being the first chase here, but as you said, we will see. It's also possible that he's just going to pressure Cyphers and wait for the blink cooldown here. And we're gonna see Madais here on Insolence and Confined Space build here. Pretty standard Madais build here, and we already see him go on the consoles here.
Right, we do have one chip on the level of the Gardener already.
It seems like he has a bit of difficulty here in the circus to get a vision here. He managed to get it, of course, and now we are gonna be locking all the stuff off the consoles, so the survivors won't be able to drain the energy here. And it seems like we already spot the Gardener here, so we were both correct about her being the first chase. But we are gonna still pressure the consoles first to disturb the decoding.
We do have one chip on waiting as well. Ooh, first already?
We will already see the Insolence for doing its work, and we will reach the first presence here. We also have a blink already here, and we were gonna see a beautiful blink here on the Gardener. The Gardener has already used her flywheel, so she has only her bubble to work with here, and of course the pallets. But it seems like the Madais has cut her off here.
It does seem like the Gardener is quite stuck.
And Wilding is here to assist here, very lovely. We already have a full presence here. We get terror shocked here, unfortunately. Wilding doesn't have a boar anymore, so he is not able to harass.
Alright, we do land the hit on the Wilding. Lanternus is trying to decode the machine, the console. We are going to go get the Gardener, maybe, or just camping. Alright, we do try to chip some more.
Trying to get as many chips as possible, and a beautiful down here on the Wilding. I think he might be trying to lock down the Gardener here to possibly lead her out here. But it seems like not. We are just gonna go ahead and cheer her here. We only have one Cypher pop, one of them being on 32%, and we don't have any other Cyphers being started. So this is looking a bit rough for survivors, and we are gonna be bleeding Gardener out. But I think she might struggle out though. No, never mind. This struggle is a lie.
Alright, we see Wilding getting up. We are indeed locking in the gardener. Everyone is trying to help their beautiful teammates. We are a little bit, actually, very much behind on the ciphers, but this is gonna be a long game.
Yes, Nico is new here from bleeding out the survivors, just like that, locking them in some corner with his cages. But Wilding is here to harass if the gardener will be able to get up. She still has the self heal here. Maybe she can struggle out perchance, but unfortunately not yet. And she is also unable to crawl out. Our second cipher is on 75%. Maybe we're gonna see a third cipher being started soon. But it seems like Novelist is locked in, but he got the frame freeze here from the Lanternist, so he can just flywheel the damage.
Alright, we do see some heal on the side of the survivors between the Wilding and the Novelist. Gunner is being is being still bled out. Um, we do go after the cipher question mark. Teasing of the governor. It seems to be
Yeah,
really. Alright, some chip on the Novelist as well. The Lentulist also has a chip. Wilding is the only one full health.
a beautiful clutch of the new Moonlit buff here from these little boxes. And Wilding, yeah, unfortunately he's gonna take a hit. He tried to get Mad Eyes off of the consoles to avoid as many downs as possible. Since as we see, Novelist and Gardener are both down right now. And no ciphers are being done, so this is looking very rough here for the survivors.
This is looking like a win for the Hunter for now, but we don't know. Maybe the worst could be reversed at some point. Never lose hope.
We are having a triple down here with Londonist dodging all of these chips here from the Mad Eye. And we are gonna see Wilding being possibly chaired or also locked in the cage. No, it seems like we are just gonna chair him. Novelist has gotten up. I believe he got healed by the Lanternist since he still has that self-heal. Gardner is still on the floor unfortunately. Maybe she's gonna be able to pick up soon.
This is looking really rough right now. So we have Gardner almost banging out. We have the warning archer and already down. And now it is the next are like health, health, and we are chain bonding again.
But this was a very beautifully stuffed rescue here, since even if Lanternist managed to rescue her beautifully, she has still got the chip on her and Wilding got down instantly. That was a very beautiful play here from the Mad Eyes. Gardner has finally picked herself up. She's gonna be using the bubble to get out of the cages, but it's not enough with the amount of walls here. And she is about to bleed out here. Wilding is also sent back to the manor, so we are almost having two survivors out, and only one cipher being popped here.
Alright,
The novelist still has a book. The novelist still has a full book here, but he has to be very careful not to get chipped. A beautiful flywheel here, but it's not enough as he unfortunately gets chipped down, and it results in him going completely down. So now the Madais just has to chase the Lanternist here in the haunted house.
we are gonna see a very interesting chase. Alright.
Well, yeah, he's just gonna lock down the area here. Even if Lanternist is going to vault here, she is going to be completely trapped in with the Malay. But it seems like she already knew, and she has already left here. Very beautifully played here. Yeah, we're gonna be still chasing the Lanternist, playing on this very short palette, a very risky move. Beautiful frame freeze here from the Lanternist to avoid getting hit. The novelist has picked himself up. Maybe he's gonna try to prove the 77% cipher. However, it is unfortunately getting locked off, and Lanternus is able to get out of the haunted house here to get some distance from the hunter. But it seems like she's heading towards the novelist here, so this might be a bit dangerous.
Yes. We are looking at a 4K for the Hunter right now. Maybe if they manage to actually pop the cipher, they could be going for the one escape.
Beautiful flywheel here from the Lanternus. Novelist is pushing that cipher here, but
We
it
are
might not be enough. The beautiful blink here from Madais to get the Lanternus down. She still has a self-heal here, so maybe if Novelist can kite long enough for the Lanternus to be able to pick up and pop the cipher, maybe there is a possibility for a one-man escape. The Malais will be heading out to the third stop to try and find the novelist here. He's also gonna try his best to cut off his possible hiding areas here. And are we gonna get locked off?
Hmm.
We were very close to being locked off. Very, very close. Well, now we have to be very careful and beautiful flywheel, but this was unfortunately not enough as we are getting trapped in these fences. And Novelist will be going down. He doesn't have a self-heal anymore, but Lanternus is using her self-heal here to immediately get away. Also using the frame freeze to avoid leaving the footprints. And so it will be harder for the Madais to find her. But Novelist is also very close to bleeding out. However, we do not have the dungeon revealed yet since we only have one cipher pop. Maybe Lanternus can somehow play it out to somehow be able to pop that cipher and look for dungeon.
But we do
But
see the lanterns, and we are going to chase her.
we're gonna be already cutting off the areas here to get the chips on her. But very beautiful awareness here from the Lanternus to know when will the Madais try and chip her here. But it seems like she is unfortunately gonna get locked off here from the potential kiting area and circus. She's gonna be avoiding all defenses, and unfortunately Malais is back on her again. We do not have the blink up yet, but I believe there's pretty many pallets used in this area. And we have quite a lot of energy here on Malais, so he's just gonna be caging her in. Maybe the Lanterns will be waiting for the flywheel here, and she's gonna get the cage damage down, and unfortunately will be going down, resulting in a 4K for the Madais, which means the round one with a victory will go towards the DL team.
And this was a very unfortunate match for the survivor, but a beautiful gameplay from the Hunter.
Yeah, very beautifully played here by the Madais. Very beautiful control over here. He had beautiful control for the ciphers to make sure the survivors couldn't decode his consoles, and to make sure he had the full control here. Especially as we could see, only one cipher was popped, and unfortunately, it was very difficult for the survivors to decode. But their harassing here was very good, I would say, with the wilding helping Lanternus to get out of the cages, for Lanternus to be able to frame freeze here, and basically, I think there was very strong communication here from the Black Opal survivors, but it was just the Madais that unfortunately had the full control over the map.
Yes, he didn't know what he was doing.
Well, now we are gonna be heading into the second half, which means we are gonna be able to see one hunter being banned. Now, it really depends if we are gonna be seeing the exact same players, since maybe we are gonna see some substitutes, maybe not. And it seems like we are gonna see a substitute here from the Black Opal team. And from what I see, it's gonna be a hunter? Yes, it's gonna be a hunter substitute, so we are gonna see a completely different hunter player here. Very interesting. We are currently waiting for the players to confirm everything, and we are about to head into ban and pick phase here for the maps. To be fair, I'm not sure what kind of maps could be banned here or selected, but maybe we are gonna see some more popular ban picks. For example, Ever Sleeping Chinatown. But I'm not sure. What do you think?
Um, I'm not sure what to think. I am just very interested in waiting to see which map, which bands are gonna be seen as usual, of course.
Everything is possible, and we are in the. Let's keep in mind that we are in a best of 5 here, which means that one of the teams will need to have 3 round wins in order to win this time. So we are gonna be here for the longer time, and it's gonna be a guaranteed one to see some funky maps. For example, Asylum. But maybe we are also gonna see one of these maps being played right now in the round 2. Since it is possible to, for example, go, I don't know, Golden Cave in round 2.
This would be very funny to see a special map already.
We are currently waiting for DL to pick the map now, as it's gonna be their turn in this round. I do wonder who could they pick. I'm not sure what other hunters do Nico play, since DL had no substitutes, which means we are gonna see the exact same players, which means we are gonna see Nico play again. But it seems like they are still thinking about it. So we are gonna see. Now thinking about it, what do you think about the new crossover here of the Tomb Raiders and identityv, especially with the new additions to the cryptic notes? Emma?
Yes, sorry.
You're just ignoring me. I get it. It's fine.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
I was asking you, what do you think about the new crossover of Tomb Raiders and identityv, especially with the fact that we got some new events for the cryptic notes here. The new item, for example, the new bosses.
Yeah, I do love cryptic notes. I didn't have the pleasure to use the new the new classic, sorry. But I'm very interested in what it does. The new mobs are quite interesting. The fact that they are in groups is very annoying for me, but I do like them. I do think that they fit the team perfectly, and I think this is very interesting overall to see the crossover being, working like that. I was not expecting that when I did the update, and I'm very pleased with how things ended up being.
I see. It seems like we're gonna finally be able to see what map is getting selected, which will be Ever Sleeping, and now we will see who will be the first to play. And it seems like the Black Opal is being faster than I'm trying to speak here. And we're gonna see Black Opal Survivors playing first. So that means round 2 first match will be Black Opal Survivors versus Dreamland Hunter. Now I do wonder what other hunters does Nico have up his sleeve. I think in the past we have also seen Nico on Percy, I believe, or Nightmare.
Yes, so we do see who is banned already. Reminder that we saw in the last match Lanternist, Wildling, Gardener, Marais, and a novelist, sorry. So we know those characters are banned.
But I do wonder what kind of hunter could be played here on the Ever Sleeping. I think you could technically go Percy, but it can be difficult if you would have to chase in Graveyard, I assume. At the same time, you just need 50 energy and you can destroy any pallet because why not? But I think when we know Nico, maybe we could see some Nightmare here on the Graveyard. I mean, technically, Nightmare can go for the first chase being on Graveyard, I think, especially with his little dashes from the basic attack. No?
This would work, yes. It's been a while since I
Eh,
saw Nightmare gameplay, and it's a very
y-
strong character.
Yes, of course, it all depends what will be the bans, what will be the picks, and that we will see shortly as we are heading back into the ban and pick selection here. But we need to load in first, of course. IDP is being slow. Small indie company. And the same survivor bans, which will be Princess and Doctor. The hunter really dislikes these two. I cannot blame them. They're so annoying to go against. Even with the Doctor nerfs, she's still very annoying to go against.
Yes.
And we're gonna see the hunter ban being the breaking wheel. What's your opinion about that one, Emma?
This is honestly fair. I would ban Breaking Wheel too. Um, so especially in Worshipping Town is a very annoying character because the map is so open. It can just chase you around. So we do see the two first picks for the survivors. We do see Perfumer, all right, and Puppeteer. Perfumer and Puppeteer selected for the first two picks for the survivors.
Yeah, two pretty tanky characters here, with Puppeteer being able to take 4 hits, and Perfumer being able, if she doesn't miss a single perfume, which is able to take 5 hits, if I'm correct. So
Mm,
pretty tanky here. So there is a possibility that they are gonna prepare for a hunter that really struggles with multiple hit characters here. And our next survivor ban is going to be Mechanic, both annoying with her bot body blocks, but also with the decoding. Since even if someone is kiting, there's still 4 ciphers being worked on, which is going to be very annoying with the hunters that will both struggle with body blocks and the cipher rush. Oh, and we are gonna also see a lucky guy here. Very beautiful.
Lucky
Lucky
Gun.
guy. I feel like many people underestimate him with the amount of items. But what do you think, Emma?
He has such a good potential to be a meta character if played right. Like, yeah, he's actually so strong. He's so polyvalent. Like, he can do basically anything. And I think he's a very scary character because people tend to forget about him and the fact that he can have so many items, like a gun, for example. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he can pretty much do everything, and I think he's very scary for that. We do see a Tom Merchant chosen as well, so we have the picks for the survivor, which are Perfumer, Puppeteer, Lucky Guy, and Toy Merchant. Um, with Breaking Wheel as the ban, and for the Hunter side, sorry, we have Free Stress Doctor Mechanic, and we are waiting to see who's gonna be chosen for the Hunter.
I think what the survivors here have very much prepared to go against someone who struggles with the body blocks here, especially since we have two tanky characters. Lucky Guy, who could technically be a tanky one as well if he gets Euphoria from the chest. Toy Merchant on this map also has pretty good catapult spots here, and she can also glide from places like Old Geisha House or Dancing Geisha. Puppeteer just being, yeah, one of the tanks, Perfumer being a tank, Lucky Guy, as I said, Euphoria, or just any other item, gun, the ball, you just name it, he has it all. And also he can work very well with Toy Merchants since he opens the chests very fast, and Toy Merchant can store any extra items.
All right,
And we are gonna see the Percy here. I'm happy. I love
first,
Percy, guys.
we all hate Percy. Don't lie, Yvain.
Who is we? Who is we? Who is we? I love Percy. I don't know what about you.
I am joking. He's a very strong hunter and very scary to be against if you don't know him that well. Um,
And he is so pretty. Like, look at him. He's so pretty.
yes.
Why did you go silent? Why did you go silent? I feel like you're judging me.
I do think like everyone has their own taste. Anyways,
Judging me. Okay, I get it.
I'm not judging, of course not. Anyways, we are seeing the survivor choosing their spawns. Are we gonna see an interesting spawn again, or are we seeing a classic one?
The builds are pretty interesting, I would say here. We are gonna have only one Tide in the team, and we are gonna see Flywheel Borrowed Time on both Lucky Guy and Puppeteer, as well as Borrowed Time and Knee-Jerk Reflex on Perfumer, with Flywheel Tide Toy Merchant. To be fair, I was expecting Puppeteer to go with Tide as well, but the Flywheel can work on him well too. And when it comes to Percy, it really turns out a bit better since you really it's really hard to do a Tide rescue against Percy, especially since Percy is never camping. He's always going to be all around the map. But also it seems like Lucky Guy doesn't like his teammates. He decided that he's gonna be alone. His teammates can be in the middle. He's gonna be in graveyard.
maybe he just wanted space, you know. We can that.
He decided he needed some him time or something. He needs to be alone. Okay.
And to be fair, they're going to be against Percy, so I completely get him.
Technically, a graveyard can be a bit of a difficult chase here for Percy, especially if Lucky Guy would be able to dodge the jumps here. I mean, technically, you can just destroy the pallets, but you can also try to kite around the walls when it comes to Percy, but it can be difficult. It really depends how will it be played out. But I don't think Lucky Guy will be the first chase. I think the first chase might be Toy Merchants.
I don't think it's gonna be Perfumer.
How so? Oh, never mind. It's gonna be Lucky Guy.
Right. I would have picked Perfumer because against Percy she can take like 3 hits and then yes, it's over. But we are going against a Lucky Guy, but we cannot find him.
Yes, the Lucky Guy is hiding here very well, and Percy is going to leave the graveyard. And it seems like we're going to be heading to the middle for the
Perfumer.
I couldn't find the name. Thank you, Emma. And a beautiful perfume here from the perfumer.
This was close. Alright, but changing already? No, going back.
Never mind. It seems like we cannot really set on one chase, but we are gonna currently commit here to the perfumer. We have 4 ciphers started here, so we are pretty good with ciphers. Now the perfumer has to play it out very well to not get terror shocked, but we are just gonna be using our perfume, but unfortunately it's still a terror shock and she takes half of the damage.
We do land the terror shock on the perfumer. Very good from the undead. But also she tried to play it very patiently and that is impressive. Alright, we see the ciphers are going quite well.
The Percy here is also very patient. He doesn't go down instantly whenever perfumer uses her perfume since he knows that she's just gonna try to bait him. But beautiful slash here. Unfortunately, perfumer was not able to escape from it. But the 3 ciphers are about to pop, so I would say it was a very beautiful kite here from the perfumer.
Thanks to Lucky Guy's hiding and to Perfumer's kiting skills, we got time to pop at least 2 ciphers. We do from not that much actually. Okay, we are looping around. We do miss the hit once again. Ooh, blocking with the twist. And Patterson, very good from the Puppeteer. Unfortunate for the undead, but I do think he got that.
We are gonna be switching targets actually here to go back for the perfumer. She still has herself heal as she got healed from the Lucky Guy. We're gonna be using the ball to get as much distance as possible from the Percy, but he is still catching up with his dash. And another beautiful pallet stun here from the survivors.
Alright. We do land the hit on the Lucky Guy. Lucky Guy being on first down. Uh,
Second.
we're using teleport. Proceed teleport. Going on the perfumer, blocking by the Tormerson. Blocked, sorry, by the Tormerson.
That was an amazing jump here on the toy merchant. Very well played here
Yeah.
for the Percy, and we are gonna be going down for the perfumer
Ooh,
here. It's not a terror shock quite yet, but we are gonna be using our slam here, and it seems like perfumer will be going down for the second time. Lucky guy will be rescued with tied by toy merchant, and toy merchant will be having a wanted order now. We are only missing one cipher, so I would say the survivors here are in a very good position.
mm-hmm. Alright, we do see some proxy camping. Never mind, we are changing to go get the ciphers. We are going to chase Mission. Oh, the
Oh, the tram!
nice. No.
It wouldn't be the tournament if someone then got hit by a tram, okay? Okay, this is a tradition, guys. Unfortunate tradition, but a tradition.
Yeah.
We are gonna be going after the puppeteer here. In the middle, he's gonna be kiting away here to possibly kite away from the ciphers and from other teammates. Oh,
We
beautiful perfume!
you. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That is so good. We do still land the normal 8 on the puppeteer, which is one miss away from that. We are looking for the perfumer around here. We do see her.
I was about to say that the puppeteer has to be careful to not get hit by the Lewis, to don't get hit again because of the Lewis cooldown, but it seems like he predicted me. And we are still gonna be body blocking here for the perfumer since she is on her last hit here.
Oh,
And
we
we're
do
gonna
see
be popping
the down. Oh, unfortunate. Who are we going to face next? We do spot the lucky guy on the gate. We dash towards him to get him.
To be fair, I think that was a bit of a difficult pop since both Puppeteer and Perfumer were there, and Perfumer was already in chair. A beautiful catapult here from the toy merchant away from the gate.
Oh, we do still try.
She's both wasting time here and getting some more distance here. She just has to be careful since she is on half health due to the fact that she did not have the borrowed time. But she had a flywheel to work with here. So as long as she can buy as much time as possible, maybe even get the dungeon if the survivors can get out in time.
Yes. Okay, we do see her crawling toward the dungeon. But unfortunately, we are first the enemy.
Yeah, this is gonna be a Percy play, but this is gonna be a tie here for the Black Opal survivors. Beautifully played.
Very amazing.
Yeah, the Percy is just waiting to switch the locations, and he's gonna be switching the locations, which will result in a tie here. Very beautiful tie.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're just gonna be waiting. He's looking at Toy Merchant, watching her in her last moments. Poor Toy Merchant.
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
That was a good try. That was a good try.
Anyways, a very beautiful tie here, beautifully played from the survivors with their skill uses, with the heals. Very beautiful comms had to be going on there as well. And very beautiful dashes here from the hunter. Some of these dashes I did not even expect to hit, to be fair. They were so unpredictable. Like, some of them were like hitting you in the last millimeter of the hitbox.
Mm-hmm.
I would cry if that happened to me.
Same, actually. We do see the teams. All right.
We are going to be having DL survivors versus BO Hunter right now, which means Dreamland survivors versus Black Opal Hunter, and our Black Opal Hunter will be I'm not sure how to read it. Emma, help.
What?
How to read the hunter's name?
We have no idea.
Okay, the Black Opal Hunter I'm sorry, I
Yes.
cannot read it. If you're watching this, I'm very sorry. I cannot read it. But we are gonna see them play now for the Black Opal, and if I'm looking at their profile, that win rate is very scary. 167 matches and 93% win rate. Very impressive.
Ooh.
I do wonder who will they play. I'm looking at their profile. They have a golden medal for X-Boy. So maybe it's possible that we will see X-Boy being played here in the round 2.
Could we see an X-Boy gameplay? That would be insane.
That would be insane. That would be so sweet. I
Yes.
feel like I feel like X-Boy is a bit underrated hunter here. I would say he's pretty strong with his flames as long as you're able to hit them and there's no survivor that can easily dodge them.
Yes. A reminder from the first match bans, we had a lawyer, first officer, tormention, and lucky guy for the survivors that are banned now, and who is not available anymore.
Now I do wonder who will we be able to see. After all, it's a completely new hunter. It can be X-Boy, it can be completely someone different. Maybe someone who's completely like off meta, I would say, quote unquote. Someone who you don't see being played so often. Maybe Soul Weaver, maybe Bloody Queen, maybe Sculptor. I will be happy to see Sculptor. Guys, I love Sculptor. Give me Sculptor gameplay, please. That's all I need.
Sculpture gameplay would be actually so beautiful to see, especially in the tourney.
I mean, with this season's buffs, the chip damage hunters have really went up in meta.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Sculptor, especially Queen Bee, Guard 26, Fool's Gold. With the new personas, maybe we will see some more.
Maybe. We never know. Alright, we are starting the bands and pick for the match on Ever Sleeping Town. Till which. Alright, we do see the first band survive for the Hunter side. It's gonna be a Gravekeeper band for him. I mean, him, the Hunter.
Emma, calm down.
Sorry.
No, you're not sorry. I'm gonna beat you up. Our second survivor
Alright, that
is going to be Enchantress.
Even stay hidden.
Look, I have to. No, Emma, you're on your own.
You are going to go basements. Anyways, we do see a band Hunter from the survivor side, which is Queen Bee. I know some people that are gonna happy to see her back.
Queen Bee is very annoying. She's very annoying, especially if you're gonna have the cipher being popped and suddenly her chips are going to not be chip damage anymore. They are gonna be full hits damage. So lovely.
Alright. We have also the first picks for the survivor, which are Archer and Escapologist. Wow, pretty combo. And ooh, okay.
It seems like we're gonna have a meteorologist ban here. We also have two very strong picks, I would say. Escapologist being able to dodge one hit with his little ability, and Archer being a strong harasser here. Escapologist can also switch position of the chairs, which can be helpful if we are gonna be chaired in a very open space, for example, outside of the graveyard. And we are also gonna see a professor. I would also say a very strong survivor, especially against hunters who depend on their basic attack here.
Mm-hmm. We are seeing some meta characters and characters used in Koa quite a lot.
We're also gonna see a Lanternus ban here. Very understandable. Lanternus is a meta survivor. I would say even SS rank survivor. So it's very understandable for her to be banned. And our last survivor pick is going to be Puppeteer.
Alright, so for the survivor side, we got Queen Bee as the band hunter, and for the picked survivor we have Archer, escapologist, professor, and puppeteer, which is a very interesting comp. As for the hunter side, we have as band survivors Gravekeeper, Enchantress, Meteorologist, and Lanternist, and we are waiting to see who the hunter is gonna pick.
Who do you think could be the possible hunter here? Because as it seems for now, it could be a hunter who really depends on the basic attack. For example, I would say Geisha, Wu-Tang, especially with the Professor and Escapologist pick. But it can also be someone who is weak, for example, in early game or overall to harassing, with Archer. But also Archer can be picked in any team comp. But this is just my predicting that it can be a hunter who's weak to harassing. But there's really many possibilities. Maybe it's someone who just struggles with multiple hits and with the basic hits themselves.
Mm-hmm. It seems like we're gonna know in an instant, in a few seconds maybe. We are seeing a Max Boy gameplay. Ooh.
We all wanted that X-Boy.
Yeah.
Now I can really understand the Lanternist ban here even more, since she's able to tank here the flames and flywheel them. However, it can be a bit more difficult here for the X-Boy with the Puppeteer here, if he's gonna have to be chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
Professor, I would say he's not gonna be so bad if the X-Boy will just focus on hitting him with the flames.
Yes.
Escapologist only has the little dodging of the hit, I believe only on the basic attack, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Archer is a strong harasser, so I very highly doubt she's gonna be the first chase. So I think the first chase might be the professor here.
Yeah, I do think so too.
Would you mind introducing us to our builds here, Emma?
Of course, not even. So we are seeing a tied nature compo for the escapologist. Alright. We are seeing borrow time nature for the puppeteer, which is gonna be okay for kiting. Then we are seeing flywheel and borrow time for both Archer and Professor.
We're also gonna see Escapologist spawn here in the middle, since he's the only person with tide. Archer is going to be right above him, Professor is going to be at the dancing geisha, and Puppeteer is going to be over there in the corner. Based on the spawns, I think there's two options. Either the X-Boy can go for the Escapologist, which means he will also eliminate the only tide in the team, or he can go straight forward for the Professor. However, over there he has to be careful, since Professor is very close to the graveyard. And some hunters do struggle with the graveyard. Whenever you're the hunter that is considered stronger for the looping areas or not, if you play it very well on the graveyard, you can still pull out a very lovely kite, especially if you're going to transition correctly.
Yes. I do believe we're gonna go for escapologist though, as he seems to be the only rescuer because Lantern doesn't know.
Well, we will see, as we are currently loading into the game, and I see that the YouTube chat is very happy to see the X-Boy here, especially Easy. Easy is very happy to see X-Boy.
Her son.
Yes, it's her son. We all know now. Now we are getting into the game. Oh my god, I love this X-Boy skin. It's so cute. But we are gonna see X-Boy run Triumph card and Detention here with Blink. Pretty standard X-Boy build here. And we're gonna be going right after Puppeteer.
Alright, we do miss the hits and we do slam down the pallets. We do have distance with the knee jerk. We break the 3, we place another one. Oh, trying to snipe flame. We're going to say a limit. Ooh. Oh, we lost him for a second, but we found him again. We are breaking the pallets. We seem to have fast pride breaking, it seems. Looks like it at least. Um, maybe we. Okay, no, we're not voting. We're not breaking the terror shock. Ciphers are made for now. Ooh.
Okay,
Alright.
so my internet has totally not disconnected. Apologies for my silence.
It's alright
but
anyway.
but
It happens.
but we are still chasing the puppeteer here. We
Yeah.
have the blink ready here. We have missed the flame unfortunately, and a beautiful predation
Ooh.
here from the puppeteer. Very lovely played here.
Yes. The ciphers are looking very good now. We do land the hits, but it seems like it's gonna be a 3 cipher guide. Archer coming in
Well,
for
actually,
support.
Archer is already here to harass. Are we gonna be able to get a hit on her? She is gonna be using her ability to jump back to dodge the hit here. And one of the cipher has already popped. The two are
Oh,
close. Unfortunately, we miss our bow here. Unfortunately,
we are trying on the cipher to prevent it from being popped. We are changing escape the chair to get it away from the cipher.
yes, we really want to guarantee to be able to pop that cipher for X-Boy not to pressure the archer too far. And Escapologist is already on the way here to the rescue. Will he be able to get it? Will it be? Yeah, he was able to get it. Unfortunately, missing the flame. And we are going right after the puppeteer here. He doesn't have any more Lewises. He has one skill to use. So we will see how will he be able to play it out. I think it's possible for him to be able to transition to Old Geisha House, especially since we already see Archer ready to harass here.
Yes.
We don't have the knee jerk yet here, but Archer manages to shoot. So this is already gonna be a bit of advantage here as we
Ooh.
get that stun to get some more distance. Unfortunately, X-Boy catches up really fast and a
We
beautiful
do land the
snipe down with
flame.
the flame.
Archer staying here in front of self support. Some Raz. Alright. It
The
seems like
last two ciphers are very close to be decoded, one of them being on 80, the other being 44. So I think if Arthur is gonna be able to pull off that rescue and she's gonna be able to harass some more, we are gonna be able to see a 4-man in the end game.
we are seeing it. Okay.
Beautiful shoot here from the Archer. The Puppeteer is gonna be using Lewis to transition. We are very close to have the teleport back here. The Professor will be also assisting here. We need to watch out for the train. We don't get it. The Professor is ready here to assist here to make sure the Puppeteer will be able to stay alive until the pop.
Ooh, unfortunate. Willing the flame on the professor instead of the chair. We are still on the chair, but it's still on chair, so maybe
Both
it
gates are
will.
being worked on, so as long as Puppeteer can be there as long as possible to kite as long as he can, both gates are gonna get opened. One of them is already opened. We're gonna be using teleport. The end professor was able to get out last second here. Maybe it's possible to get a 4-man escape here.
It looks like a 4K vein.
A 4-man escape. 4K will be 4K.
Sorry, same thing. Anyways,
Uh-huh. This is gonna be a 4-man escape. Very beautifully played by the L team here, especially with the late game assists.
that was very good from the survivor.
Yeah, that was a pretty much of a 5 cipher guide. Very lovely assists from the Archer, from the Professor to ensure Puppeteer was able to last until the cipher was popped. Also,
Yes.
it was a very good thing that the Professor was there to tank the hit for him, so he wouldn't go immediately down after the flame hit. Also, very beautifully played here by X-Boy with some of the flames and with some of the blinks here. Unfortunately, the 4-man escape was unfortunate, but very well played by both sides here.
Yes. Mm,
You know what that means now? It's time for
Yeah.
round 3.
Ooh, round 3. Amazing. Are we gonna see a win map this time? And
Well, friendly reminder that in round 3 we are gonna have the funky maps, if I remember correctly.
yes,
It's
but
time, it's time for Asylum.
I
You
wanna
know
see
what?
win.
I'm jinxing Asylum. I'm jinxing Asylum so hard. We need more Asylum.
Yes. Asylum. Oh my god, that would be so good. But also so
Though I'm kind of
scary.
though I'm kind of sad that we won't be able to see some of the characters, for example, in Golden Cave, like Qwist or Toy Merchant, because these two are very strong on this map. Toy Merchant can glide right immediately when she jumps down these holes, and
Mm-hmm.
Qwist can go through all of the three floors here.
Yes. I do wonder what the map is gonna be.
I just adore how your reaction for everything is going to be okay or yes. I love your reactions, Emma.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding. But since we are waiting for the important picks here, how about we talk about this very lovely thing called the buffs?
Hold the
Because you
buff.
cannot tell me because you cannot tell me that even if we are in the middle of the season, you cannot tell me these buffs were not a game changer. Have we seen the amount of queen bees in rank?
This is actually driving me crazy.
Like Queen Bee with the new chip persona is like genuinely insane. The second the Cypher pop, all she needs is like 2 chips and you're down. Same goes with any other chip hunter, like I know Sculptor, Guard 26, Fool's Gold.
You know
I think also
how
Ripper. I'm not sure about Ripper and his chip foggies, but I think
to... I do think so. I do think it works. I'm not sure about it.
me
Um,
neither. Oh my god.
yeah, we do need to know
We.
that. Oh my god. But yeah, the new buffs are actually insane. The
Yeah,
amount of
both for
hunters I'm actually fearing now because of it is insane. I cannot ban everyone, guys. Sadly, I wish I could.
Yeah, they're both insane for the hunters and for survivors. Like for example, Lucky Guy and Coordinator or Toy Merchant, with the chest opening trait. That's insane. I
This
see so many
actually,
coordinators, for example, so many coordinator mains just kiting around the chest, shooting and getting immediately another item. Like
mm,
that's insane.
actually, if it works, it works. So
If it works, it works.
actually, if they actually can pull that, why not? If they can pull it and
Everything is
actually
possible.
fine.
Everything is possible. If there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly, Vane.
But also, what do you think about the upcoming Florian skin? Since I'm pretty sure he's getting one on this Thursday.
It is the red one.
Yes, it's the red one, Emma. Emma already forgot what's happening, guys. Let her be. Grandma already forgot.
I am so sorry to all the Florian mains. I just don't play him. Actually, I don't play him at all, so I'm not too much interested on his skins. But I do think this one is actually really cool, and I like the shade of red. Actually, it's really hard for me to like a specific shade of reds, but this one is actually so pretty. I actually genuinely love the skin. Like, if I was,
Okay,
I would
okay,
be.
so like today is the day that we actually are going to sacrifice you for not saying that Florian is the best skin ever in the game. I
Oh
can
my!
already imagine this one person that's a watermelon that's already on the way.
I am so scared for my life, guys.
I'm so scared.
Like,
We are all scared. Disrespect Florian and you see a watermelon under your door. And it looks like DL will have substitutes. We are gonna see a completely different hunter now. Nico is going to be subbed out, and we are going to see a person named Pibolini Mochini. I am so sorry if I read it incorrectly. I am so sorry if I read it incorrectly. I am trying.
Mm-hmm.
I am attempting to read it. But it does not seem as we have any subs from Black Opal yet, unless they're still thinking. We are C. So I think there's a little bit of confusion with the Dreamland. I think there's a little bit of a confusion with the Dreamland substitutes here. We're gonna have to wait for an explanation. We're waiting.
We are seeing all right. The confusion seems to be over, I'm guessing. I'm getting quite confused myself.
Give them a moment, they're going to fix it. It's fine, don't worry about it. No, it seems like one of their survivors is going to be switched out as a hunter, so we are not gonna see Nico play anymore. But we are gonna see a different survivor as well. And it's a bit funny because the survivor's username is Joseph, so I guess Joseph has become a survivor now. And we are gonna see a Black Opal substitute here from Sirius to Aiden. So once again, another hunter for Black Opal. So I cannot really tell who will they play. The Black Opal is really unpredictable here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna say anything else, Emma? Come on.
You know me. Anyways,
this is my commentator, guys. Who is up for like just taking Emma and throwing her like right into the ocean behind us?
I am actually
suggestions.
You seem to forget that mermaid. You seem to forget that. So I would gladly do it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw you into the sand then.
Okay,
if not the water, it's gonna be the sand.
That
like
does not
sand or something.
That is not funny name. Even.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Please save me from her and the craziness.
No, you don't want to be safe. You're safe here. What do you mean?
Alright, if you say so.
I'm not saying so. I know this.
Fair enough.
Okay, we are gonna be heading into the band pick for the map here. I do wonder which map will be selected. I'm kind of hoping to see Asylum. For some reason, I love Asylum.
Asylum is good, but I would love to see Kraber's race course. This is actually one of my favorite maps.
I mean, to be fair, I think in this tournament we haven't seen the Kraber's race course being picked a lot, so it would be nice to see it here in the finals.
That would be crazy. Imagine the survivors or the hunter on the horse.
Also, for those who are curious currently about the points, it's 14-4. I believe it's 14 points for the DL team and 4 points for the BO team. And we are not gonna see the race course, unfortunately, since this map is going to get banned.
Such a shame, but maybe we could see Asylum instead.
Maybe. But we can also see Golden Cave.
Yes.
It depends which map will the Black Opal select here.
We are going to see it, and it's gonna be Asylum. How are you feeling?
They heard me. They heard me. They heard my questions. They heard my question about the lovely Asylum. Let's all go to Asylum at this point. It's time to suffer.
But it's gonna be interesting to see. I am very curious on what the hunter is gonna pick on this map and the survivors.
Yeah, however, let's keep in mind that now me and Emma are gonna have to read out the ban and pick here from the channel since unfortunately this map is not in the competition mode. But I'm pretty sure Emma will be a very lovely commentator here and she will make sure to read out all of the bans here for you. Isn't that right, Emma?
I guess I could do it.
Emma, I'm about to. No, you know what? I'm gonna be kind. I'm gonna be peaceful. All flowers,
Of
flowers,
course,
please.
I could really win. Come
You
on.
better.
All right.
You
So
better.
we got the bands, global bands. So as a reminder, once again, for round one, we had for DL survivors, first officer lawyer Toymajan Nakigai and the hunter of Bio QS. For the run two of DL survivors, we had Archer, escapologist, Professor Puppeteer against Alex for the Bio hunter. That was the global bans from the round one and round two.
Yes, it's good. Right now we'll be seeing a black opal hunter here, so we are waiting for him to ban 2 survivors here.
And we do see the first two bans. It's gonna be Gravekeeper and Lanternist. She is getting banned quite a lot tonight.
Lantern is a pretty annoying survivor here, same as Gravekeeper. They're both very strong ones, so I'm not really surprised that they're banned a lot.
This
And
is
now
true.
we're gonna be having Dreamland banning 2 hunters now. I do wonder who will they ban, especially since, as I said before, Black Opal has subbed in a completely different hunter. So
Mhm.
there's pretty different person once again with a different roster. So
Yes, and
anything is
we are
possible.
getting two bans for Dreamland. It's gonna be Fiddler and Opera Singer.
I'm not surprised, especially if there's gonna be a green ping. Green
Yes,
Pink Opera has to be studied because I hate her with so much. Green Pink Opera is so painful.
she is actually. If you don't have the ping against her, it's really rough. Um, and I mean, Fiddler is a very good ban on Asylum with the worlds she can create herself. And then we are gonna see Dreamland pick two survivors, which are going to be chosen shortly.
I'm trying to make some background music, okay? I'm trying to make background music of drums here.
You go, even
And
you.
it's Matador and Priestess.
Wow, interesting. I do think Bristol is a good thing on this map. I mean, she is quite literally like better. She can make her own walls, even it's like more portals, but it counts. And Matador, I'm very interested on seeing him being played on this map.
Guys, Easy hates me making my background music. Like, why? I'm trying to be creative. I'm trying to make my own background music, and Easy hates me as always. I'm going to cry in the corner right now of Asylum. I'm gonna hide somewhere and I'm gonna cry.
I'm so sorry for you being treated like that, Elaine. But
Okay,
we are
anyways.
going to see one bad survivor from VO, and it's gonna be Mercenary. So we have um 3 survivor band. Sorry, it's gonna be Gravekeeper, Lanternist, and Mercenary, and we are going to see the fourth one being banned soon. Um, it seems like we are missing this one and another one. I mean, another ever picked. Sorry, my bad.
We are waiting, but let's keep in mind that this. Okay, I was about to say they are running out of time, but our fourth band is going to be Antiquarian, and who will be the last survivor here from the DL? I'm curious.
Let's see that. Let's see. I didn't know you had that in you, Elaine. You have a
What do
career.
you mean? Yeah, I have a career. What do you mean? And the last dream-esque Dreamland survivor is going to be Emil. So our complete survivor lineup is going to be Matador, Priestess, Fire Investigator, and Patient. Say, I really adore the fact that we are playing Fire Investigator on this map, since he can block a lot of passages here with his airbags. Priestess can just go through the walls. Matador is a very good support, as well as Patient. And Patient can kite pretty well, I would say, especially with some hook spots on the Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Also, guys, can we talk about the fact that somebody just asked who's the other commentator? I said it's me, Elaine, and Izzy just said unfortunately. Izzy, why? Izzy just hates me so much. Izzy just hates me that much.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna cry.
It's okay, Evan. I'll be there for you. It's okay.
No, you hate me as well. That's the problem. You both hate me.
I do love you. What do you mean? Evan, come on. We had something. Our friendship
No, we don't.
is nothing to you.
Yeah, we are kind of breaking up in the middle of the tournament. I'm sorry about Emma. It just happens. We are gonna have to part ways right now. But please keep commentating with me, okay? Okay.
Of course, I will. And then we're gonna bug each other.
Yeah, then we are gonna cancel each other. We are gonna we are gonna cancel each other. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm writing the Google Doc as we speak.
Shit.
All right. I'm so curious. That is such good picks and ban in this map.
But now I'm curious, what will we be able to see here from the Hunter, especially with such picks? I mean, it's kind of funny that Matador does not have his own model here in the live stream. That's something I find a bit funny. We are not accepting the Matador, I guess.
No, it's not loud.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the Black Opal Hunter profile here, and they have quite a roster of B badges themselves. For example, Peddler, Nightwatch, Ripper, Hullabaloo, the Shadow, Opera Singer, Goatman.
They are indeed playing quite everyone. I love that.
They're playing everyone. Like, they are playing every single character. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with this team composition, it might be possible to see some, I would say the Shadow, maybe?
This could be the Shadow.
To make sure to have some control over the Asylum, since we know there's no wide hallways here, so it's gonna be a bit harder to dodge the little circle that she leaves behind. I forgot the name, I'm so sorry. It's gonna be harder to dodge them. It's gonna be a bit harder to also basically kite over there, since also Asylum doesn't have that many higher walls to make sure you can hide away from her.
Yeah, totally.
And if there's a higher wall, there's no pallet, there's no window, you're on your own quite literally. So yeah, I think a Shadow would be good on this map, but I also would say that maybe, just maybe, it could be Wu-Tang or Hullabaloo.
This could be actually good enters on this map. I mean, we could also see... What could we see? Geisha would be good on this map as well.
She would be, yes. To be fair, I think also Clerk would be good on this map. Anyone who's gonna be able to take control of the map, and anyone who is gonna have the ability to lock down the ciphers or deal with the survivors in the narrow spaces, they're really gonna be doing well here. And yes, this is best of 5. This is best of 5. Okay, so Emma, would you mind to introduce us to the builds again?
The builds again, of course, Elaine. Alright, so we seem to have Borrowed Time Tide for the Florian. Alright. We also see the same build on the Emil. So we have two two tides borrow time for both Florian and Emil, and as for Pristress and Matador, we can see Flywheel borrow time, which is quite
I would say these are somewhat standard builds. I would
yes.
say, and I knew it. I knew it's gonna be the shadow. I'm just like predictable like that. I just know it's gonna be the shadow. I just knew it. I'm
Even
just amazing
how
like
you
that.
predict all of them. Actually, you have a talent. You actually
I'm a
have you.
I'm a seer IRL. I am a seer IRL.
I do think so
I'm
because
just amazing like that.
I know this is why we all love you,
Aww. No, no, Easy hates me. It's fine.
except Easy, of course. All right, we're just going to see some shadow gameplay on Asylum. Let's go started. All right, we are seeing some people are refining ciphers. All right, ciphers are soon to be decoded. We are trying to find them. We do find someone. It seems like it's gonna be Emil first. Never mind, we're switching. Who are
I
we
feel like
going
she should, I feel
to
like she might be just trying to get the survivors off of the ciphers with her ghost now to force them to go for a different one. And
be?
we're actually gonna be committing to the chase here on Matador.
We are chasing Matador. Oh, and I think we lost him already. Which is fair to
yeah,
be
but
honest.
with Ivy, she is really able to switch between these targets very often. She can put the pressure on the ciphers and on the survivors here, since she's going to very
Ooh.
easily be forcing them to go for a different cipher, to go to a different area, and so on.
Mhm.
I think she's gonna also try to block off the priestess's cipher here with her little ghost, while also chasing the patient here.
Yes, we seem to be committing on patients. Priestess is right next to us. Ciphers are looking quite alright. We do land the first hits. Um,
Beautiful, beautiful patience here from the patients to avoid getting terror shocked and to
and
wait,
we do
and
see
even a
the
beautiful blink here from the Ivy.
oh, this is unfortunate for the patient, but we are getting some good Ivy gameplay. We are also blocking Priestess Cipher and we are chain on it.
Yeah, we're
Um,
also gonna be blocking it completely off. We are gonna be leaving the long portal up yet to
yes.
make sure to take the pressure off the ciphers. Oh, never mind. We are going to destroy it, and we are gonna be looking out with the ghost to see the possible rescuer or to disturb the decoding progress here.
We are seeing her looking around. Alright, Matador is going
And
for the
there's Matador.
rescue, and it's gonna be sadly after half. We
Unfortunately, oh,
the
it seems like
rescue.
we're not. It's, it seems like we're not actually going to rescue. We're just going to sell off the patient.
Yes,
Oh no, the fire investigator is on the way. We are gonna get the rescue. Trust.
I really hope so. Alright.
Yes,
Oh,
but since it was after half, the patient will go down fast, unfortunately. But
mhm.
since we have time, he has some more distance to gain, and it's also gonna buy some more time for his teammates over here.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just gonna be using all of the hooks to get as far away as possible. Ivy is still going to put some pressure here on the ciphers to make sure they're not gonna be able to pop the ciphers too fast. And patient will be sent back to the manor, unfortunately.
Alright, who is going to be the next target actually? It seems like we are going to find a cipher to find a Freudian on it. Okay, so three ciphers are done already. Patient is sent back to the manor. We are chasing Fire Investigator.
Yeah, the fire investigator is going to be hiding here in the middle. He really has to be careful since there's not that many pallets, but he has his airbags here, beautiful, which are being used very well. We are still gonna be locking off that cipher since I think it's one of the ciphers with a pretty high progress. We're going to be destroying the airbag to avoid being looped around and maybe possible target swap here to the Matador.
Oh, okay. We are trying to solve the ciphers completely. Um, alright, we did lost the Makaros, so we're switching with Mistress, which is already getting some distance thanks to our portals.
It seems like she's not per se committing to anyone yet. She's just trying to put as much pressure as possible here around the map and on the cipher. So whoever is just on the cipher, that's just gonna get chased. Princess is around here to wait out for Ivy to teleport to try and prove the cipher over here, since it's at 70%, if I see correctly. But Ivy is just taking her time to put the pressure. She's playing very patiently over here.
Yes. We are going to see one of the cipher pop. So we have one cipher left. She is still guarding the cipher just in case any survivor comes back. Mistress is coming back. This year
Yeah,
we
we
do
just need
get
to
her hits.
Yeah, we just need to play very carefully over here, especially with three people alive. However, we also know that with Ivy, that's not also the ideal thing, since as we know, one person can be chaired, one person can go to rescue, and one will be pretty much chased. So there's not gonna be anyone to decode the cipher.
Yes.
With Ivy, you really want to with Ivy, same as with Clerk, it's really gonna be tricky to only have three people alive. But with good communications that we can see happening here from the survivors, I think they're gonna be able to play it out very well, especially with the ciphers being pretty high.
We are ignoring the player investigator to go back to pressure the cipher to not get the pop.
Unfortunately, the airbag didn't help Princess too much. I think she got stuck a little bit. Now it was a bit of a dangerous play on the short pallet, but the cipher was popped, so was primed, so we are gonna see a beautiful pop here. Princess is also next to the dungeon, so maybe there is a chance for 3-man escape if she can play it out well.
Oh, and
And
suddenly
unfortunately,
blinks. Beautiful blink from
yeah,
the eye. We are seeing. Oh, the priestess is actually dead on chair, so we can actually switch to Matador.
oh, yes, this changes the case quite a lot, since now we have only two survivors alive, so this can be either a tie or a 3k here. Maybe even a 4k.
We could see a 4K on that.
Yeah, we're going back to the gate to the fire investigator to just put the pressure down here so none of the gates can be opened. We see the trail from the matador, but we are going to be switching here to the fire investigator. He has to play it very carefully since the pallet here is pretty short. And unfortunately, he will be going down here. There's a possibility Ivy can just bleed out, which she will be doing. Ooh, beautiful dodge here of the muleta, but she still catches it, but it was a very beautiful attempt to dodge it here. Maybe Matador can kite long enough just for the fire investigator to be able to pick up. However, she is already using her ghost to go back here to that fire investigator to secure at least a 3k. The fire investigator is back here on the gate. We are going to be chasing him once again, and if he goes down, there's a possibility that Ivy will just be bleeding him out. But this is going to be a guaranteed 3k.
I do not sadly think that she makes it for the 4K, but a 3K is amazing from the Ivy.
Yes, it's going to be a 3k. Very beautifully played here by the Ivy and by the survivors. I
Yes.
really adore how well she could pressure the map over here for the survivors to disturb the decoding in early game and in the mid game. But also we can tell that the survivors had a great communication to avoid the ciphers, to know how to rotate, where were the corrupted zones, to know where they can go or where they cannot go. So I would say very good communication, very good and pretty good kites here from the survivors, and a great map pressure here from the hunter.
this was an amazing match.
I do agree. And also I adore and also I really do adore some Ivy gaming, especially on Silent.
Yes, Ivy is quite a good enter that I love to be against. Um,
It seems now we are going to have to be seeing BO survivors versus DL Hunter. Now, of course, what I have to do is see the profile here of the Hunter, of course. And they also have a pretty high win rate, I would say, on Hunter with 96%. And maybe we are gonna see some Wuchang because I'm looking at the Hunter's profile here, and they have a golden medal on him. Emma, are you there?
yes, I am. Sorry.
I was scared it was my internet lagging out, and Emma is just quiet.
No, I'm sorry. My it lied for a second. But I am
You just
here.
take me, it's fine.
Of course, not even. It's gonna be alright. I'm gonna seal videos, and it's gonna be alright.
Mm-hmm.
As a reminder for the global bans, from BO survivors, from round 1, we had BO survivors Wildling, Novelist, Gardener, and Lanternist against DL Mad Eyes. And then as round 2, we had BO survivors Perfumer, Puppeteer, Lucky Guy, Toy Merchant against DL Hunter Undead. For the first 2 bands of survivors from DL side, we got Doctor and Pristress, and for the 2 Hunter bands from Black Opal, we are getting the information soon.
Yeah, we're waiting since we are typing it in the matchup channel, and it's going to be a Dream Witch and a Wuchang ban over here. I think these can be more of target bans, but also I would say Dream Witch can be very good on this map. The map itself is not big, like when it comes to the corridors, for example. The corridors are not big, so it's very hard to dodge the leeches. And I think in some cases you can use the leech to block some of the paths. So that can be really annoying, and Wuchang is just annoying with his map pressure here, since he can just teleport around.
Alright, we are seeing the first 2 big survivors for BO. We got Mechanic and Prisoner.
Oh, you are so happy. The prisoner inside you is just screaming with joy. I'm already waiting for Easy to start hating on Prisoner, okay? Okay.
It's alright, she does it. I'm gonna be supporting my baby Luca.
Also, we are gonna be seeing 2 decoders, so that means they're really gonna be trying to go for the Cypher rush here, which can be done pretty well on Asylum. I think it's even with Prisoners' connections, the ciphers are not that far away from each other to be able to connect them and transit very safely.
Yes.
But also, it also is gonna be difficult if it's gonna be some hunter that is gonna be able to lock down the ciphers very quickly or control them.
Indeed. We are seeing another ban survivor from DL. We are seeing Antiquarian being banned, which is fair enough.
Everything is fair enough. I mean, Antiquarian is also, I would say, a good survivor in this map, since, yeah, it's Asylum, tight corridors, it's gonna be way easier for her to hit her stick, which can be annoying for some hunters that, for example, are going to depend on the basic attack, or just in general.
Yes.
Our next survivor, which is going to be picked by the Black Opal, will be Enchantress. Also a strong Kyler, even if she has just that 1 stack, it can be really a lot to, I don't know, get to the palette or cancel some ability. For example, teleport, webs of Soul Weaver, where Soul Weaver can be also strong on Asylum.
Yes.
And overall, Enchantress is just a great survivor. From DL, we are going to see a Night ban, a strong rescuer, so the band is very understandable. He can lock abilities, he can lock um, the basic attack, so it's very understandable that we really do not want to be facing him. And the last Black Opal survivor is going to be the Acrobat, which means the entire lineup for the Black Opal will be Mechanic, Prisoner, Enchantress, and Acrobat, which I would say is a pretty interesting team comp since you don't really have a dedicated rescuer here.
Yes. But actually, it doesn't really matter if the survivor can actually part the rescues.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's possible that we are just going to be seeing a Tide on Acrobat, but also maybe on Mechanic if we're going to bring back the old meta of Tide Mechanic. But I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think Acrobat is gonna be the one with Tide, in my opinion. Only, of course.
Everything is possible. Currently, we are waiting for Black Opal to send over their bills, which we have just received, and we are going to see Mechanic on Broken Windows and Tide. I'm a seer IRL. I just know she's gonna have a Tide. Enchantress will have Broken Windows and Borrowed Time. Prisoner will have Broken Windows and Borrowed Time as well, and Acrobat will have Tide and Borrowed Time. Pretty interesting builds, I would say here, but I'm not sure who could be the possible hunter for this map and this kind of team composition. What do you think, Emma?
This is gonna be really interesting, and we are seeing the hunter being.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Do you see who I'm seeing? Do you see who I'm seeing?
I'm seeing that even.
Okay. We're actually seeing a lot of hunters. Never mind, guys, forget it.
Yes.
I was about to be so happy we're gonna see some Nightwatch gameplay, and suddenly it's gonna be the bird.
That bird.
So, guys, the hunter is going to be Nightmare.
As it seems.
With his very lovely deduction star skin. So we are gonna be seeing Enchantress, Mechanic, Acrobat, and Prisoner versus Nightmare. I'm not sure how to feel about this hunter on this map, since I think Nightmare can struggle a little bit with all the walls and pallets. But I am curious how will this be played out. And let's keep in mind that Black Opal needs one escape or higher to tie and or win the round to go to round 4. And if they're gonna get anything less than one escape, that means DL will win the round and the matchup. So let's see how well this goes.
We are already seeing a bird flying as we are trying to look for potential ciphers, but I don't think we're gonna see a lot because the match just started. We are actually having tinnitus, so we are going to try to find the person, and we do spot the prisoner already.
The prisoner will be our first choice. Beautiful stun here, and beautiful pallet to dodge that hit. It was a very close one here. Now we are going to be playing around here, and we also use the advantage of the little stun to break the pallet and cancel out the animation. And it seems like now we will be getting the first... Oh, never mind. The chest comes to the clutch, and we are not going to be seeing the first hit yet until now.
Right, ciphers are looking quite alright. We are tipping already onto the Acrobat. We do miss the hit. We do send a bird.
Yeah, it really looks like the sniper wants to avoid this ciphers being done too quickly, so he's just gonna be switching targets to get someone down as fast as possible, to be able to do some map control here. And also, I love the fact that we are gonna be seeing both a teleport and the birds, so that means maybe we'll see a very aggressive Nightmare play here.
This seems like we are going to see that actually. We already have one cipher down by the Enchantress, and we are the down on Acrobat.
Yeah, so it's gonna be our first chair. The ciphers are looking pretty good, I would say. One of them is being at 61%, one at 41, the other at 65. So this is looking pretty well. But it seems like Nightmare is not going to give that much care about the camping. He's just going to be having a focus on chasing here, giving even the free rescues just to chase around. Mechanic is on her way to the rescue. She won't be able to get a free one as we are back on the chair, but we are managing to get it before half, but we get the hit instantly.
We are securing the down chair by not following the mechanic, but the acrobat instead to make sure it actually goes back on his chair. We are getting the present fed. Ciphers are looking good. We already have all the ciphers started from the end game and the bot. Make
Mm-hmm.
go rescue again, and Sugars can go rescue. Prisoner can, I think everyone can rescue. I'm just wondering who's gonna do it.
From what you see, the Enchantress is already here, ready for the rescue, and potentially to also harass a little bit after the rescue. And Nightmare already knows that since the wanted order. You just
Yes.
need to be a bit careful. Oh,
Ooh,
that was so close to a terror shock.
we almost got the terror shock indeed. And we're going
Do
to
we get
make
the rescue?
yes,
Yeah,
we're on.
will we get Enchantress down instantly? We are going to be cheering her due to the 3 second. We want to avoid her healing. And then we are going to be chasing the acrobat once again. We also have a dungeon right next to the acrobat here. Can he get to the pallet? No, unfortunately he cannot get to the pallet. 2 ciphers have popped, 1 cipher remaining, and acrobat will be sent back to the manor here. Hopefully maybe they can get the enchantress before half. I'm not sure yet.
Um,
No, unfortunately they cannot. Oh, they got it before half. Very good.
but we see the Hunter does not care about the Enchantress. She is going to the mechanic. And we are pushing
The
that.
cipher, the cipher is nearly primed here. So we really need to be careful. The cipher is at 96%. We don't have a bot here. I think the bot is on the gate, but Prisoner is already here to be able to get to pop that cipher.
Yeah.
Will he be able to pop it? He will be able to pop it right over here. Oh, no, unfortunately not. It was very close to be popped though.
This was actually so close, but we
That
do
was
not.
very close. We just need to be very careful since let's keep in mind that Enchantress has a 3 stack, so we can guarantee that rescue here. But we are not gonna be cheering the prisoner, we are gonna be going to bleed him out over here. Oh,
We
beautiful one!
Enchantress. The cipher is still primed. We are going back to the cipher to share the prisoner.
Yes, we're gonna be cheering. Mechanic is already near. She is healing the Enchantress. We are gonna be going back for her. This looks very much like a 4K now.
It does look like it.
Beautiful. I'm not sure if Enchantress will be able to pick up on time. If she won't be able...
No,
No,
it
she
is
is
not.
not able to pick up on time. This is gonna be a 4K for the DL.
Actually, maybe not, because remember that we have the mechanic and the mechanic spot.
Oh, sorry. But I'm not sure if the bot is gonna be able to get there in time.
We have.
Nightmare is already here on her, and unfortunately the
Oh,
bot is not able to get there. The bot
that
is way too far away. We have to break the pallet, but this is going to be a 4K for the DL here.
is.
I have to say, this has got me stunned for a second, since this looked very much like a tie
It's
here in this case, but unfortunately Prisoner was not able to pop the ciphers, which resulted in 4K, which also means that this matchup and the entire tournament victory goes to the L. How are we feeling about this, Emma? How do we feel?
I'm quite sad that the finals are already over.
Oh, fair. Everyone's sad. It was a pleasure to be commentating and be part of the staff over here in the Midsummer Cup. But sadly, everything comes to an end. But I have to admit, I was stunned about the ending of this match. I was expecting this to be a tie or maybe even a three-man escape. But unfortunately, since Prisoner was not able to pop, it has turned out a bit different way, where the Hunter was able to get that 4K.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
But within that, I would like to give my most sincere congratulations for Dreamland, as they are the winners of the Midsummer Cup. My congratulations, well played by everyone here. It's a
Yes.
bit sad that we are getting to the end of the tournament, but everything was good, comes to an end. I would like to say I'm very happy that I could be the part of the tournament, that I could be the commentator, VC mod, referee. It was my greatest pleasure, as well as it was my greatest pleasure to be your commentator here for the finals.
I was very happy to be able to commentate with you on the finals, Elaine. Thank you. That was actually amazing gameplays and matches to see. We all can learn from the earners and the survivors from how good they did, and I'm hoping that everyone is actually proud of themselves because you all did your best and very good, and I'm proud of you at least, guys.
I
Um,
am I am proud of everyone who was part of this tournament. Every single player out of the 29 teams, I believe. I'm proud of everyone who took part in, who was doing their best. It was amazing to watch each single one of these matchups, to see how differently you can play with different characters on different maps. I am proud of everyone, no matter what placement. I'm very proud of everyone, how they played, of their efforts. I'm also proud of the staff who was able to put through. And once again, congratulations to the winners.
exactly. Congratulations, Dreamland.
And within that, the Midsummer Cup is at its end. I hope you guys have enjoyed the finals and the entire Midsummer Cup itself. And I believe we'll be saying our goodbyes here. Thank you for being with us through this entire journey.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone, and take care.
Goodbye. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.